Great finish there, right at the end. I'm sure you'd have been wanting to get out there on the pitch, but a ball into the cross, you must be happy with the way you finished that one.
I'm happy with my finish, but not so happy with the draw because I know we deserved the win because we were fighting. Unfortunately, just the days comes when you're a bit unlucky. Maybe the intensity was not exactly there what it should be. But yeah, we were fighting. In the end, we got a draw, which is really important.
Yeah, both teams came into this in such good form. What does it say, though, about your team that you can go behind in games and right at the depth go and get an equaliser and take a point back to Manchester?
Because we are a great team together, you know. We are working together no matter what is happening. If we are behind, if we are in front, we're always fighting. As I said again, today was important to get this draw because it was a difficult game for us. They were dangerous on the counter-attacks when they took a ball. But we managed to finish it with 1-1.
Spoke to your manager before. He said that he wanted this group to feel like a team. How is the spirit at the minute? Because you're on such a good run, another draw today, another point. How does the collective group feel at the minute?
No, we feel amazing. We are breathing for each other, doing everything together. When difficult moments comes, we are stepping together, which is really important and can lead to the results like they are right now.
I know you said you wish you wanted to win today, of course, but from a personal note, goals makes players way more confident. What can you take from today to hopefully bring you and your team over and towards the end of the season and get yourself more goals?
I think we just have to keep on going like we were doing the last games. We have to keep in mind that we have to breathe for each other, and we have to take care in every single situations, every second of the game, to be focused, to be on point, and obviously when the chances are coming to finish
today. For
a little bit frustrated with that. We've had 5 games now, and we've been at a really good level. It's a tough place to come. You know, they made it difficult, and we just didn't quite have that sharpness or that spark really to find the answers too often. But in the end, big credit to the boys. You know, the spirit again in the late goal, and when we needed it, it's a great quality to have. So you know, we'll take the point and we'll move on.
On the spirit, before you spoke about wanting the group to be a team, you needed the whole collective tonight, and it was Benjamin Sesko who pops up with that lovely finish. Yeah,
fantastic finish. He's done it again. You know, it's important. It's important. We threw everything at it at the end and kind of had a lot of forwards on the pitch, and probably could put a little bit, probably a few more balls in the box if we're honest, really, around and with the players that we've got. And Josh had a chance that just went wide, and great finish from Benji. So delighted for him again. Another big goal for him and a good step.
It was always 2 teams in great form coming into today. After the disappointment of not taking all 3 points, do you feel like it will be a good point, hard worked from your group tonight?
Yeah, listen, from where we are and you know, being together for a short space of time, I think we've obviously had big highs of the results and the wins, and I think there's times when it doesn't quite go to plan, and you've got to take what you can from it. And in the end, we've took a draw tonight, so it was a tough game. Didn't come easy. Sometimes football doesn't come easy, and you've got to find a way. And tonight we found a way to take a point, and as I said, we'll move on from that and take some positives from it.
No, there'll be no room for any sentiment tonight, but West Ham, they've had a good run of form, but they're in a difficult patch. I'm sure you'd like to see them to get out of the situation they're in.
Yeah, for sure. Now we're kind of done with them now. I'd love them to stay up. You know, it's a big part of my life and grown up and great memories here. So hopefully they do.
Thanks. Safe trip.
Yeah, your overall thoughts on the game tonight and on that moment at the end, managing to earn a point for United?
Brilliant finish from him, and I think he's actually proving a little bit more effective coming off the bench. I think the balance of the starting 11 looks really good, and I think when you can watch the game, I think for a young player, when you can kind of watch it from the side and then come in and have an impact like that, I think it's working for him. I think there's less pressure on him when he's coming from the bench. But I thought West Ham played terrific today. You'd never know they're in a relegation battle. Man United didn't really create that much. If anything, you'd have to say West Ham probably created a little bit more. Lenny Yeo had 2 brilliant blocks, which kept it from being 2-0. And then right at the end, Sesko with a fabulous finish, by the way, a little flick. And I mean, he'll be delighted.
Yeah, for Manchester United, just as Owen mentioned, those 2 blocks from Lenny Euro obviously proving critical now, but West Ham, the most points dropped from winning positions in the Premier League, that's 20 tonight. They had opportunities to double that lead.
They did, yeah. They need to be more clinical when they get the opportunities. I thought the crowd stuck with them. Everyone talks about, there's no atmosphere at the stadium. There was an atmosphere there tonight. When the players play like that and they give everything, that's all them West Ham fans, they ask. Give everything for the shirt. It doesn't have to be sophistication. I thought they were excellent tonight, I really did. They carried a threat, they fought for the shirt. Desassi's come back in there, it's his second start. I had question marks over him, he's come in there, he looks, Mavropanos is playing alongside him, looks okay, and they look solid enough. And they couldn't break him down. And they changed the way they play. When Cunha comes off, and they've still got Mbermo, and we've got quality, you'll never take him off the pitch. And they bring Benjamin Sesko on, they get the ball in the box, they play differently. They don't cross the ball like that when Cunha's on the pitch. When them two swap over, it's a directive from Michael Carrick, is get the ball into the box, because this boy's nothing without service. And when you give him the service, he never got no service when he was playing for Ruben Amorim, not at all. You couldn't, you're scratching your head saying, how can this boy play for Man United? He can't link play. When he's playing with Michael Carrick, they're getting the ball in wide areas, put it into the box, and he's a real threat. Fantastic finish from him.
Yeah, let's look at that finish, Mbermo with the cross. And actually, you called it the momentum of the game. You said they'll get an equaliser.
Well, I just thought they were pushing as hard as they can, but I wasn't 100% sure. But when you know exactly where this is going to come in with Mbermo, I'm not sure he would cross that if. Oh look, they've loaded up the box, that's for sure, and it helps out Benjamin Sesko, because when there's so many bodies in there, it's a good chance it might fall to one of your attackers, and he times it brilliantly, and he just sticks his big long right leg out and he just flicks it into the top corner. All right, he hasn't meant to put it in the top corner, but he's just meant to put a bit of lever on it, and that's exactly what he done. Stuck his boot on the ball and it flies in the back of the net. It was unstoppable. So credit to him. He's had a tough start, but it looks like he's gaining some confidence and he's enjoying playing under Michael Carrick.
Thoughts on the finish?
That's proper. I mean, that is. Normally people I think they'd kind of smash at that or volley it. He it's like a little finesse one. Burmo is a fantastic player, but it's the only thing he can do, because I think it's defender's right in front of him. You see Disassi, he can't really do anything, because if he smashes it, Disassi blocks it. It's like a little flick. I mean, it just shows you football or sports, they're so instinctive. You just have to have a feel for the moment. And I thought Sesko there, the timing and the feeling of it was executed beautifully.
Yeah, before that goal in the 96th minute, it was all going according to plan for West Ham, because Tomas Soucek's goal had given them the lead. Let's hear post-match reactions from him.
Michael Carrick's reaction was very calm, and that's what stands out. He didn't overreact, didn't hype the late equalizer, and didn't panic about dropping 2 points. He admitted United lacked sharpness, but praised the spirit. That tells you everything about this new version of United. Under previous managers, late drama would have been emotional chaos. Now, it's controlled. Carrick sees the bigger picture. He knows consistency matters more than moments. Benjamin Sesko's comments were interesting too. He sounded frustrated about the draw, which is good. That hunger is exactly what United need. But what stood out most was his line about the team breathing for each other. That's unity. That's culture shift. He also looks far more confident coming off the bench. And Owen Hargreaves touched on that perfectly. Hargreaves made a key point. Sesko looks more effective as an impact sub right now. Less pressure, clear role, attack tired defenders. That's smart management from Carrick. He's protecting the player while still getting goals out of him. Then Tim Sherwood dropped the most interesting observation. He said United changed their approach when Sesko came on. More crosses, more direct, more service. And he's absolutely right. Under the previous setup, Sesko had no service. Now United are playing to his strengths. That's coaching adjustment. Overall takeaway? Carrick is building structure. Sesko is gaining confidence. United are showing resilience. But performances still need polishing. It wasn't dominant. It wasn't perfect. But it showed mentality. And right now, mentality might be Carrick's biggest win.